Okay. Okay. So let's add on to the information that we have. So I'm going to start up from the thumbnail creation because it's something that I didn't touch at all in the last in the last class that we had, or should I call it the last session that we had. So we're going to start up from there. So I just want to share up my screen so you could see that at the moment. So a second, please. All right, so I believe you can see my screen. Yeah, you can. So you can. Okay. All right, so I think that is fine. I'm just going to adjust that for you to have the full view, because this is quite different. The graphical information that you can see on the design application is very important. So it ought to cover every aspect of the screen. So that's why I'm taking my time to have this expanded for you to see. So I think we are good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. So I think you can see the screen right now. Exactly. So let us get started. So I'm just going to go back to the application, and you can have that seen. So basically, what do we have here? So this is Canva. So we're going to start here. So when it comes to creating thumbnails, it requires also an idea of designs, because you would have to create those designs in a way that they are quite appealing. Now what Canva does for you is that it has a lot of presets, or I could call them templates. Those are things that are pre-designed, or the pre-designed. So you just have to input your pictures or your text or whatever information you have for your page. So basically, thumbnail is the image that you see on the YouTube post page. So when you open a YouTube video, for instance, you see a picture before you play the video, and the thumbnail is quite important, because without the images, people would most likely not click. So what we do with our thumbnails is that we have the images put up there with the text, the title, either title or catchy part of our video, and we put that text on the thumbnail. This is the thumbnail space here. So we'll put that text on the thumbnail. So I'm starting with an example of something like this. As you can see, it says this is our logo, the logo, the channel logo. We have some text here, and it's basically simple. So this is a template, something that has been put there already by Canva. So we just get into it and edit it. So you have live session here, you have how to make videos, and you have our right then, but you much better. So what we can do now is that let's
but you know exactly why
go
you're making use of the export
ahead and do
so
that.
Export is right here on the right hand side, so click it.
I'm just going to go to templates,
go to resolution, and we have 480p, 720p, 1080p, 2K and 4K.
You have template examples that you have on the platform for you to go ahead and work with. So I'm going to show you a few templates that, and I'll show you how to edit one of them, and from there on you can
okay, I found this on the web for samples that you have on the platform for YouTube. Check it out.
Some templates that you have. We have. The other says top 10 shocking moments. So these are the YouTube. When you open a YouTube page, for instance, and you want to YouTube, for instance,
Okay,
and you want to,
I found this on the web for YouTube. When you open
you want
a
to click
YouTube
it.
page, for
These are the kind
instance,
of
and you do
images
want
that
to.
you
Check
find
it out.
there. So let's get into it. So basically, if you click one of the thumbnails, for instance, let's click this one. So this is an example, as you can see, of a thumbnail, and it's editable. So it means that you can open it. You can open it and edit the information that is put there by completely. There's somewhere by you have to pay, but you do not have to pay for most of them. As you can see, these are all free. So when you see a pro icon on them, you know it's paid. When you see that they don't have a pro icon, they are completely free for editing. All you have to do is just click customize, and as soon as you have the ability. Let's go ahead and get some information. Okay, so this is one that says top 10 shocking moments. So let's say we want to have our YouTube thumbnail say that these are like the top 20 motorbikes in 2025, for instance. We'll just click this and you could double click on that. So you could tap it once to edit the text. And what you have to do is to go ahead and click delete. We say top 20, right? We'll go here and we could double click, or we could just single click and edit them. So let's double click on it, and you see you could double click, it clicks it, or you could click it single, pull it down, and you have everything. And you say motorbikes. See, press enter, it goes to the next line, and you can say in 2025. So look at that. That comes out well. You have the top 20, you have motorbikes in 2025. You can leave the subscription there. Now for the image, this is an image of someone who is shocked, but we might not want to use that. We might want to use motorbike because that fits what we're trying to do. So we could go ahead and get an image of the motorbike. So now I'm going to teach you something that is quite important, and I believe it's going to help you along the way. It's very quick. So what we want to do is, don't forget, we spoke about image generation. So for those of you that missed the first class, let's go ahead and do this. So this is Meta.ai. It's a platform for generating images, and you could always use the image for anything and anyhow you want to use it. So we have, this is a space. So the best thing fitting for the templates that we're trying to create, something here would be a bike, because that relates mostly to the motorbike. So we could say, we'll go back to Meta.ai, and while we're there, we'll say image of 2025 motorbike. Now if you stop here, it's going to create the motorbike, but it's going to have backgrounds like maybe flowers or something, or on the road, because let's do that. Once we click this option here, you see it's going to take a few seconds. It's generating. So this is this is from the previous generation, so you have to leave the place to have to create the new one. So we say image of a 2025 motorbike. So let's do that again. Click enter. Now it's generating. As you can see, this is the area at which you can see how it's generating. Now you can see what I was saying. You have images of a road or something behind, but what you notice right here is that on the template here, there is no image at the back. As you can see, it's a free clip art. Now how do you generate such kind of image? Now technically you would have to pay for the pro version of Canva to have the backgrounds from this image removed. But I'm going to show you how to do it for free because we have free tips right here. So the first thing is that you want to try to make it easier to get rid of the background. So you could say image of a 2025 motorbike with a plain background. So let's try that. So want to have the easiest thing as possible on the background. So it's generating, so you give it a few seconds for it to load up. Now look at that. So you have a plain background, plain background, plain background. So the easiest which could be cut out is this one. So let's hit the download button. So it's in immediately. It says image of 25 motorbike. Now there's a website that you could always remove backgrounds for free. That's called RemoveBG. This is the website, remove.bg. So when you come to the website, you click upload. So you could either go to your files or just drag what you've downloaded to the platform, which I just did from the downloads. And you can see it's loading up, it's loading up. You have the bike image here and it's loading up, it's loading up. So just be patient, and in a few seconds, look at that, boom, it's a clean removal of the background. So when you hit the download button here, hit the download button there and hit download, hit preview, it loads up and it's in. So when you come back to Canva, what you want to do is you want to pull this image that you just downloaded, pull it over this one, and as soon as you do that, you have the image right here. So you could either replace it with this one or delete this one. So either way is fine. You could delete this one, bring this one and pull it out. So you pull it out as much as you can, pull it as much as you can, and boom, it's right here. So you could bring it around this place, and when you tap here, you have top 20 motorbikes in 2025. You have a motorbike which is here. The extra thing you could do is to change the colors, because if you have a channel, the color of your thumbnails has to fit in with your channel, because it's very important. So what you want to do is you could change the colors. So we could click on this one for instance, or click on this one, anything you want to change the color of the text. You can see it has already here. Let's say the color of our channel is mostly blue and white. We could change this to this blue right here and it's fine. Anything you want to do, you can change the color of the belt to the same blue. And if you don't know exactly the color you're looking for, you could just use this plus button here and it brings out a color code that you could put in, or you could put the injector here that looks for the color you need. So once we put it here, this bell automatically changes to a blue. We could also change on the background here the multiple colors that are there. So you could do editing, but that will take a bit of time, so that's fine. So you could always change the colors and do whatever you want with the image. So this is a thumbnail that you could just post on your page and have good views, because the thumbnail attracts people to your page. So this is just that. And we'll just do one more template so I could show you exactly the dynamics of how this works, because this is actually a very easy template to follow. So we come back here again, we have other templates. We could do a more complex one, I guess. So let's pick this one. This one is a bit complex. So as you can see, this is a person in front of the text behind, so it shows the complexity. So we'll click customize. So you're going to wait a few seconds for it to load up. Just wait a few seconds for it to load up, and it's loaded. So it's loaded. Now what we could do is wait, and it keeps generating every single thing you would need for this edit to be complete. So basically we have it here, the text. Don't forget, so what we did the last time was just double click. We could say top 200, right? And you just tap outside of there, boom, it's there. So we could say motorbikes, right? Or we could say 2025, and we could click here and say motorbikes, right? Boom, look at that. So top 200 motorbikes. We could bring this down, or we could click motorbike. Either way you want to have it, you have the full creative platform to do anything you want. So we could say motorbikes, top 200 motorbikes, click here and say in 2025. So basically that's that. And you have the text here. You could put the name of your channel. You could import the logo. I'm going to show you how to do that. Just go straight to uploads. So you would click uploads, then you can see the image of the bike is already there, so you could upload whatever you want, but we're going to use the image of our own platform, because why not? So we'll scroll back to again a 360. As you can see, this one has a background, but this one, the background is removed, which is what you always want to do because it looks more professional. Don't forget, remember how we remove the background. Go to remove.bg, put your logo or whatever it is, and you have the background removed. So come back here, we have the logo of our channel here, so you could just scroll down. You could put that here, right here, and we can make it a bit slant because these ones are slanted. And how do you have something slant? You have these two curvy signs here, as you can see down. These are two curvy signs, so you just pick any one of them. You could curve them down this way, and that is fine. Now, because you want it to look a bit more professional, so the last thing I will show you to have more professional thumbnails is that you could put this image, this logo behind his hand. So his hand is here, right? So we could put the image behind his hand. How do we do that? We'll click on the image or any image at all, and then you go to position. So position pops up here. You could go to layers where you see exactly the way all the images are being aligned, or you could go to arrange, and you just basically want to send it forward or send it backward. So send it backward because you want it to go behind the hand. Send it backward, send it backward, send it backward. Now you see it's directly behind the hand, so that looks more professional rather than it just appearing on the hand. So, or you could bring it, you could put it here and delete this. You could hold here and delete this. The bin logo is the deletion. And if you make a mistake like this or drag it somewhere and you don't know how to bring it back, just press Command and Z, you go back, or Control Z, or you have an undo on your phone. This is an undo also on your phone, or you could do redo to take it back to how it was. You could do undo to bring it back to how it was. So it's really user friendly and it's very good for you to do anything you want to do. So here we could also drag this. We could do this anyhow we want. And don't forget, I said we could bring the logo right here. You could bring it down. And don't forget what I said, how it is to rotate the logo here. Just put it and you could bring it down. And if you observe, this is the image is much darker than the microphone. That's because it's behind the faded layer. So you could click it and go back to position and send forward. You can see it's now bright again. So you have it, you could align it with the microphone and you would be fine. So I think that is okay. So you could tap outside and look at how it looks. So basically for exporting, that means to send your design out for usage, you go to the share button here and you could click download. So you have the option to download it as a PNG file, which is a photo file which retains high resolution, or you could download it as a PDF format. So I use PDF format if I'm teaching like this, so you could see the image when it's downloaded. So you could click download and let it open. So it loads. It takes a few seconds, basically, just very few seconds that it takes, and you can see it's in. So you could just open it. So on a file, and it pops up just about now. So yes, the design, as you can see, it's clear, it's crisp, it's high quality, and the resolution is really good. And you could use this for your designs and you would be fine. So basically that is just the basic usage of Canva for thumbnail creation. And don't forget, if I've said anything that you do not understand, you're always free to ask questions. So basically we'll be moving on to something else. So don't forget what we learned here. We learned how to open a Canva. Don't forget, you have to log in, you have to create an account to use the Canva, but it's free for most of the applications said, except the ones you see the King Pro logo on here, the King Pro logo. So you want to avoid those ones, except you are willing to pay to subscribe. So you could scroll through the the various examples that you have. You could explore more, you could search for your niche, and you would have very good images, templates right there for you to use. So what we could do now is to close this. So as I said, it's not only for the thumbnail, you could also create posts, you could create multiple things just from the Canva application. You could even design your logo just from the Canva application. The graphics, the logos, you could check for logos right here, and you would find many examples and many templates that you can use to create something for your platform. So I think that is fine. So the next thing that we would be looking at is the script creation. So I said the other day that you can as well create scripts from ChatGPT. You could create script and convert them to text from 11 Labs. So I'm just going to log out as I said. So we'll do it for as on a free account. So it's loading up and it puts up, and you have the account here ready to use. So we're going to be doing this from this account so that you could understand that it's not really if you're paying or not. You can always create very good scripts for your channel. So the other day we did something as regarding to how to start up a car. So let's do something different. So something off the top. Let's see. Let's try to do something on a script. So let's see. I need a script for a YouTube short video on 6 steps, right? 6 steps in creating, so in creating a YouTube account. So this is quite easy, and if I press enter, look at what it's going to bring out, and I'll also show you how to correct a few mistakes that you've made if you just typed in this kind of information. So first things first is that I typed this on purpose without any special text, so that I can show you that this is how a typical person might just type in the prompt and expect it to generate something outrageous, but it won't. Now look at this. It says, let's go over it. The first thing it says is step 1. It gives you the time duration to put that thing on the screen. It says on screen, open your browser or YouTube application. And step 1, this is really rigorous. And this would not make sense, because let's test this out. If we copy this input given to us by ChatGPT, and let's copy it, copy, and go into 11 Labs. Don't forget, what is 11 Lab? 11 Lab is an application that converts text to speech. As you can see right here, it converts text to speech. So it's 11labs.io. Log in an account and go to the left hand side here, the navigation icon, and click text to speech, and you would be here. So I'm going to clear this, and we're going to paste in what we just created from YouTube. Now look at this, right? Is exactly what is on the screen. Now if I'll just go ahead and click generate speech. Look at it. It says the input contains one or more following characters,
Step
which
1,
can degrade the
004
quality
to 008.
of the speech. So that's the first
screen,
one of the
open your
characters
browser
which
or the
were
YouTube app.
created
VoiceOver.
by
Step 1, open YouTube in your browser or
by
app.
ChatGPT. Now
Step 2,
let's go ahead and check
009
in
to 0012.
what exactly
On screen,
this is saying.
tap the profile icon in the top right. VoiceOver. Step 2, tap the profile icon at the top right. Step 3, 013 to 016. On screen, click sign in or create account. VoiceOver. Step 3, click sign in or choose create account. Step 4, 017 to 021. On screen, enter.
Now what you would observe is that it keeps saying step 2, step 3 on screen, and that is so distracting, and it makes no sense, because if you do a video like that, it already shows lack of professionality, because you're here in step, you're here in the duration in between the video. It doesn't make any sense. So what you want to do is that you want to avoid it giving you these things, and also you want it to have a very good flow. So what you can do now is to go back to ChatGPT and let's redo the prompt and let's see the kind of result that we have. So let's make the prompt very professional. So you come right here and you would copy that, come to space and paste it, right? This is the previous prompt, which says I need a script for YouTube video and 6 steps in creating a YouTube account, which it's not bad, but it leaves a lot of things there. So it says I need a script. So first thing I said in the last stream was that I said you should use the term essay style script. So we say I need an essay style script for YouTube video short on 6 steps in creating a YouTube account. Now for the next line, if you press enter, it just doesn't go to the next line. You have to know that. So once you enter, it just sends the prompt. So you have to press shift and return, or shift and enter if you're using a Windows, and you go to the next line. So let's just go back, full stop, shift. Don't forget shift first, then enter. And the next line is for the clarity on what we want and what we do not want. So we say, I need only the script and nothing else, as I will be converting it to a voiceover, right? You can say on or using 11 labs. So using 11 labs, labs. So using 11 labs. So that's fine and that's fair. Now you see the difference basically, and you see what is being eliminated. So let's see. So we redo that. So it says yes, that is our script. Now look at that. First thing it says is that it opens up by saying creating a YouTube account is simple and only takes a few minutes. So that already is conversational. So it's not just what it pops up on the first aspect of the video, which was up, which you could see here, or we could just go to the other page and just compare them, which says here on screen open your browser. Makes no sense, right? So it says creating a YouTube video is simple, it takes a few minutes. First open your YouTube website or app on your device, look to the top right corner and click on the profile icon. Next, sign in, then choose create account. Now what this does is that it helps your idea for the video editing. If you're going to be using images or videos of you doing the exact same thing, it makes more sense. So let's copy this now, Command and C or Control and C on Windows, then come here, we could click this. So select everything, is just Command and A or Control A, then Control V pops up. So this is it. Now let's generate that and see the difference between this and the last video, last audio, sorry.
Creating a YouTube account is simple and only takes a few minutes. First, open the YouTube website or app on your device. Look to the top right corner and click on the profile icon. Next, select Sign In, then choose Create Account. You'll be asked whether the account is for personal use, a child, or for business. Choose the one that fits you. Then,
so basically you can hear that there's a huge difference between the two. This one sounds very professional and it sounds well organized, and it will also complement your video, whichever way you're making the video. So this is a way that you could do this. Now that's for the script. Don't forget that is just for a major short script that you want to create. So if we were to make this a long video, right? So because someone asked a question yesterday about how I know if it's a long video or not. Now basically 6 steps in creating a YouTube account doesn't necessarily have to be a long video, to be honest. But people who can't grasp such things on a shorter pace, which is just like 45 seconds on a YouTube short, they want to be able to pause it, they want to be able to listen to it, to have more clarity on those things and what they're clicking. Probably they're not used to computers, or they're a bit elderly and out of touch with the technological world. So look at that. How we could do that is now tell ChatGPT. So you say I want to create, so I want to create how many minutes? You specify the time range, 5 minutes, well explained YouTube video on what? On the 6 steps, or on the steps, because now you have a more dynamic time range to work with. So it says on the steps and creating creating what exactly? Creating a YouTube channel, right? It's a YouTube account or YouTube channel? YouTube account. Okay, so YouTube account. So from here, don't forget, it should be in Word. Make it an essay style script, right? Make it an essay style script. Okay, so basically it's very difficult for ChatGPT to follow the last prompt from the new prompt because we are using it on the web, so it's not really storing the information, so we might have to repeat a few things that we did in the last one. Okay, so it says make it an essay style script, right? Essay style script as I'll be. Okay, so there's no I'll be, that's wrong. That's a wrong one. As I'll be converting, right? Converting it to voiceover on 11. That's double L. Sorry, mind my typo. It would it will correct your typo anyways, but it's fine. On 11 labs, I guess. Yep. Okay, so that's fine. So let's enter it. Let's let it do its work. So it's going to be longer. It's going to be more explained. It would make sense. So it's going to be longer and more explained. So let's see. So it's let's see what we have. So basically we have the entire script pop-up. The entire script is here, and you can see that this is not just the basic 3-liners. These are well thought of scripts. So look at that. So these are 6 steps. It makes it 6. Okay, so remember what we typed the last time because it added 6 to it. So look at that. It says open YouTube. Look at that. So it has an introduction. It adds the step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. This is well arranged for YouTube video. Now, don't forget, you could also tell ChatGPT to include your tag, to ask it to follow your page. You can tell it to do anything, right? So, but first of all, let's just start from here. So we have creating a YouTube account. Just select this from the start and pull down, copy and copy, right? So we could go to 11 labs. So boom, command and V pops up. So basically here is the text that we want to generate. So let's hit generate and let's see how that goes for us.
Creating a YouTube account is the very first step toward joining one of the biggest video platforms in the world. Whether you want to watch, comment, subscribe to channels, or even start uploading your own content, having a YouTube account is essential. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 simple and detailed steps to create your own YouTube account, even if you're completely new to the platform. Let's get started. Step 1. Open the YouTube website or mobile app. To begin, open any browser.
Now, something is you could see how it transitions from the text here to the step 1, which means it's very seamless. So you do not have any issues with that. We could skip it, pull it over
your
here.
YouTube channel. Optional. Now that your account is active, you can start using YouTube as a viewer. You can like videos, leave comments, and subscribe to your or creative username, depending on your preference. You can also upload a profile picture and write a short bio to introduce yourself. And that's it. You've successfully created a YouTube account and are now ready to explore, engage, and even create your own content on the world's most popular video platform. Thanks for watching, and if you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for more tutorials like this. See you in the next one.
So basically that is that with conversion from ChatGPT to 11 labs. Now basically if you come up to 11 labs here now, let's look at the dynamics and the basic different things that we have in the application. So this is 11 labs. We have text to speech, we have voice changes, we have sound effects, studio dubbing, which is more of a translation, conversational AI to speak to the AI, and speech to text. So you could also convert speech to text, by the way. So basically if you come here, you have first of all the space for you to put your text. We're only looking at text to speech here in this tutorial. So we come here, we have the entire space for you to put your text. Then the next thing is what's the next thing? Sorry. So the next thing is to go to the settings aspect, because basically we would have this settings. I didn't really go into them yesterday, but we could do that 2 days ago, sorry. So we could do that today in this live. So we have voice, first of all. Now this is quite important because you might not know exactly which voice you want to use, you want to make use of, and it's always a bit stressful. So we're going to look at the voice. So sorry, I just popped that. I have a video capture option here. So the video capture pops up. You should be able to see. Check to see the face. Can you? You can't. Okay, I was going to make you see the videos before, but it's fine if you can't. It's really fine. So what I want to do now is to pop back onto the Chrome. Okay, so we're here, pop up. So basically, all right, so we have the full capture here. So from here now, what we want to do is that we want to have the voice being played. So sometimes my personal voice that was generated for the use of this page. So basically, if you go on to the voice design, it would load up very soon. So voice design here, you have no voices, wise and tranquil, and you have YouTube narration. And YouTube narration is the one which I did for myself. So basically, from here, just hold on a moment. These are the voices I did for myself. So you could either go back or select a voice that is given to you by 11 Labs themselves. So you have the option to choose your voice and also the option to choose the voice at which you were given. So basically, I'm going to show you where you have the options for the voices, both for the ones by 11 Labs and the ones that you could do yourself. Okay, so we're good. All right, so basically I'm going to go back because I want to ensure that the audio is working perfectly. So here we are. So back on Chrome, I was going to show you the different voices and how that you could choose either one for your usage. So just hold on a minute. So go back to 11. So on 11 Labs we have what is here. So you could search for voice. You could go to, from here it shows voice designs, and from the voice design you can select any one of the options that you have here. So basically you have the recently used, you have the professional voice clone, you have voice designs, you have the default voices. So if you come to default voices, I'm going to play them so you could hear them, and you could also know which exactly to choose. So basically this is Adam, for instance. So I'm going to play it so you could hear it. So this is Adam. So you have multiple voices. It's going to play out.
Our distrust is very expensive.
Hallis.
Just trust yourself, then you will know how to live.
Anthony.
One today is worth two tomorrows.
You have Arnold.
there's power in looking silly and not caring that you do.
Now there is Bill. This is the voice that we were using at first before we found.
As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
And Brian.
The thing always happens that you really believe in, and the belief in a thing makes it happen.
So you have multiple voices, a lot of voices that you could pick and use, and these voices they help you tell the story that you're trying to communicate. So it depends on what you're doing. That's exactly what judges the voice that you pick. So it depends what you do is what judges the voice. So let's look at let's pick Brian, for instance. It's a strong voice. So when we double click on that, we have the voice here which says Brian. So if we generate this voice again, we have Brian's voice in there. So let's hit generate. It loads up, and Brian is going to start speaking to us.
Creating a YouTube account is the very first step toward joining one of the biggest video platforms in the world. Whether you want to watch, comment, subscribe to channels, or even start uploading your own content, having a YouTube account is essential. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 simple and detailed steps to create your own YouTube account, even if you're completely new to the platform. Let's get started. Step 1. Open the YouTube website or mobile app. To begin, open any browser on your computer or mobile device.
So that's very straightforward, easy to use. Now, the next thing you could do is to play around with the speed. So you could have it very slow. So if you're trying to do a storytelling channel and you want it to be very slow, maybe for kids, or you want it, in that manner, what you can do is to make it as slow as you can, maybe around 0.84. And when we generate that, you will see, let me just reduce this because each time you generate it takes off your credits. So you have your credits down there. So let's reduce it for a test. So if you're trying to test out a voice, you don't know which one, don't use the complete text on the screen because it's going to burn off your credits. So let's do that from here, and let's generate the speech. I reduce the speed, let's reduce it much more, and hear how that generates. So generate speech, it's loading up, and it will start about now.
Creating a YouTube account is the very first step toward joining one of the biggest video platforms in the world. Whether you want to watch, comment, subscribe to channels, or even start uploading your own content, having a YouTube account is essential. In this video, I'll walk you through 6 simple and detailed steps to create your own YouTube account, even if you're completely new to the platform. Let's get started.
So basically, these are the ways at which you can manipulate the voices. But as you can see, this is very slow, and it makes sense. But if you want to go for something faster, that would mean maybe you're doing commentary, because you could use it for also commentary. You could use it for commentary, and there's a way that you could do that. Actually, I could just quickly show you that. And this is a trick that you could also use, and nobody's going to teach you how to do this basically, but you will find that here. So let me show you how to use it for something to your advantage. First thing you want to do is to go to the voice, and the voice is going to load up. So what you want to do is to switch from default voice to voice design, and in the voice design you could from voice design select a voice that you could select a voice that is unique. So voice design basically means that you want to put in a prompt, and when you put in a prompt, that prompt has the way they're being programmed, and the prompt now generates a voice that suits perfectly exactly what you're trying to achieve with the voice. So basically, it's not something that everyone does, because people just naturally go to 11 Labs and just click the effect. Just go to 11 Labs, click an effect, and then call it a day. But here you could actually design a voice that fits what you're trying to do. In fact, you could design a voice out of your own voice. So, and that is quite special. So it says here, create or clone voice, which is really interesting. So it says new voice design, it says less than a minute. So basically it says here that I've used all of your custom voice slots. So basically you can't I can't put an extra voice because I've done 20. I've done 30 out of 30 of the voice slots. But basically, you can if you've not done that, then you have the opportunity and the luxury to do that again. So that's basically that, and it's really that simple, to be honest. It's really that simple. So and it's just what it is. I'm trying to delete a voice. Let's see if there's an opportunity to do that, if it pops up. Does it? Okay, so we create a voice. I think so. Yes, we can we? No, it doesn't make any sense. So they're not going to give a chance to create a new voice, I think. So I guess that's that. Is that? I'm really surprised because I feel like there should be a chance to put in a new voice if you've removed one voice from the slot. I mean, think about that. So let's refresh it, let's see and confirm, so we could both know, both me and you, the viewers, to know that there's a slot limit. So next time you would not just put anything and try anything out. You would be very sure and certain that you want to keep that voice if you're trying to do it. Okay, I think it works. Okay, so it works. Yeah, it works. So what prompt do we put? I don't know. Can ChatGPT help us with that? Absolutely. So should we try ChatGPT? I want it to be like a commentary style, right? So I want to design a new voice on 11 Labs. I want the voice to sound like what commentator? Maybe sport or football commentator or football. Let's put a place like a British, right? British. Should we use British or English? It really depends, because Britain is a very wide spectrum of voices. If we use English, that narrows it down to England. So let's say English. So let's put England in quote. Even England has a lot of voices, but let's go with that. So England in quote, football commentator. Also having, should we say having the same enthusiasm, not enthusiastic, enthusiasm. Okay, so basically I think that's fine. Okay, so I need the prompt. So it's the prompt we need. So let's see what we have. So it loads up, says you want to well crafted. Okay, let's try that. I want it to be, it should be a male voice, right? Okay, so it's a male voice. So let's copy the prompt. Let's see what we can do with this. Naturally, I just put very minimal information because it works really well. But I mean, why not? If we could get a helping hand from ChatGPT, I think why not? So what text do we put? I think you'd have to of a preview text. So let's see. So basically we have, all right, so this is a preview text for us to use. So let's copy that and paste in 11 Labs as preview text. So whatever we see here, we have it. So this is just basically voice creation. It says generate voice. So let's generate voice. So generate voice. Oh, my old settings for the slow thing is there. Speed there. Okay, so to generate it, I think. Let's see how it works out.
It's a brilliant pass down the wing. He takes a touch, cuts inside, still going. What a run this is. He shoots, and it's in. Absolutely sensational. The crowd erupts as he finds the top corner. That's world-class football. Of pure...
So you have that.
It's a brilliant pass down the wing. He takes a touch, still going. What a run this is. He shoots. It's a brilliant pass down the wing. He takes a touch, cuts inside. He shoots, it's absolutely sensational. Crowd erupts as he finds the corner. It's a brilliant pass. He gets inside. What a run this. He shoots absolutely sensational. That's world-class football right there. A moment of pure magic.
So basically is that. So you could create a voice for any scenario, any aspect, any kind of content you're creating. So do not be afraid. So if you do not want to put your voice out there, you could always use the voice creation, the slots to create any kind of voice. As you can see, that's even, I believe commentary should be the most difficult kind of thing to create, because it needs to see what the action's going on for it to be able to interpret it. But I think that first voice is quite impressive. So how much more reading a book or reading a kid's book or something? So it's really, really good. I think that covers that. So basically I've shared with you exactly how to go about your voice designs and how to create the voice and how to do other things like that with 11 Labs. So don't forget the website 11labs.io to do it, and voice, you repeat your voice that it's there before. So today we looked at creating the thumbnails. We also looked at what else did we look at? We looked at the thumbnails, and we looked at the working hand in hand with Meteor AI, which was the bike that we created, and also the voices. So the time is almost up, so I'm just going to go ahead and answer a question that I had pending before, and or a few questions. I don't know, it depends on how fast we can handle them. So let's take a look at them. So basically, where's the template? This is the template that we saw. This is also the other one that we did. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the questions. Okay, so basically so the first question was, how do you come up with the idea for the topic? And basically, as I said yesterday, I went into it. I said that you would also not have to just rely on the AI, but you also have to think and also think of the topics, because when you ask the AI to give you topics, it's generic. So it's like mostly topics that people have done, which is not an issue. Actually, you could repeat topics that people have done, but you also have to think outside the box to think of exactly the kind of content and the topics that you want to create. So you would also have to see other videos from your niche and get acquainted to them, so you could also draw ideas and inspiration from those kind of videos and ensure that yours is also unique. So as much as you can just put in the prompt into the AI and it just gives you the script back, you could also tweak a few things and ensure that you're a bit specific down the line on your usage. And okay, so it's no, you could either use your phone or a PC. So this is a question about the phone or a PC, which I said that you could use either a phone or a PC. It doesn't really matter. So you can use a phone or a PC, it's fine, because all these applications are web applications. The Leonardo, the Meta, the ChatGPT, the 11 Labs, even the Canva, they are all web applications. You can do them on your PC or on your phone, which there is no problem. And even CapCut has both phone and your PC. Also VN Editor on your phone, you could use Adobe After Effects, you could use anything on your PC. So it's really it has a long range of devices that you could use. So starting from phones to tablets to iPads to Macs or Windows, it's fine. You could always use any one of them. Another one would be, it says the biggest mistakes people make. Basically, I really don't think you would make a mistake like that, because when you're starting out, you would always do something that's wrong, but you learn over time. So I don't necessarily call it a mistake, but I think it's a learning curve. So when you start out like that, you could also try some things and see some things that don't work, and you get to use it. So nobody's going to tell you something that when you get the information, you would be perfect on the creation of the videos. You would still make some mistakes, and we still do. We try to correct a few things so you would understand that. And another thing would be how long it took to learn all of this. Well, it depends on the level that you want to get on this thing, but basically for me, I'll just say it's a dedication to it. And you can't just say it's a day, or you can't say it's a month, or you can't say it's a year. But the more you do it, the better you become. And basically, and it says, how do you stay consistent with your uploads? Well, basically, to stay consistent with your upload is that you would pick a niche that you have an idea in, and you believe that you can go for long in that niche. So basically, you won't be desperate to put out false information, but also because you have a very strong idea, there are countless things that you could do. And one thing you can do with YouTube creation is that you can break things down. So if you're going to do, for instance, something as basic as how to turn on a system, a laptop system, for instance, which everybody just knows, you just have to press the power button and it pops up, it comes on. But you break that down into what exactly the power button is, right? If you have to charge it before you can turn it on, right? When you turn it on, why the screen displays and why the screen's at this particular brightness, right? Or why the keypad is not backlit when you turn it on to that. Many things that revolves around just turning on a PC, and that breaks it down into a lot of content, and you always have information to upload, and you do not upload a lie. And it says last question that we will take, I guess. Should it be last question? I'm not sure yet. It says that about going live. Well, basically going live is really not that difficult, actually. So when you have a lot of information about what you post, and you're sure you're confident about what you post, that they are legit, you won't really have a problem going live, because you just go ahead and just do exactly what you've done on your videos. So something else will also be, how do you balance quality and speed when you create content? And basically, balancing quality and speed is very, very important question, because you want to meet up with a deadline, you want to meet up with a time, you want to post every day by 6, or you want to post every day by 4, and you are also trying to create quality, and quality actually takes time. So if you're going to create a quality video, definitely you need more time to tap into that level of quality that you're trying to create. So what I'll say is basically just dedication, and over time, an edit that will take you, let's say, 5 hours to make, you probably be able to do it for 3 hours, or you'll be able to do it for 2 hours, 20 minutes, or sometimes even 2 hours when you're getting better and better. So it's just a dedication that helps to know exactly how to manage the speed and also the quality that you're trying to attain. And basically, it says, okay, there are other questions, so I'll just touch them. Okay, sorry. And sorry, so let's just touch them very quickly. I want to go by the questions and just so basically, I think that has related to the life. So as today we're able to look at the pictorial and graphical aspect, which was the Canva. I showed you how that you could go open an account, and it's free, and you could just go straight to templates. I showed you how that from the templates you could choose whichever template that you like, the one that has been done, and you could from there pick exactly the one you want and just edit them. I showed you the kind of editing that you could do with the templates. I showed you how that you could edit the text, you could edit the image, you could drag them, you could put one in front of which, and I showed you something also important on how that you could put an image, you remove the background of an image, and I showed you with Meta AI how that is easier to generate, instead of generating an image like this whereby you have backgrounds and it's a bit difficult to remove, you could generate ones that are like this one, and that makes it easier. And I showed you that you could go to remove.bg, upload your image, and then download it, drag that download straight into Canva and put it right there, like the image that we did on the bike image creation for the template. And basically that's that. So these are logos. As I said, you could create logos on Canva just search up a logo, scroll down, look at the one that fits your niche the most, and basically just go ahead and edit them, and they're yours, and you can put them on your videos. So these are like some for digital marketing, for different kind of logos basically that you can use. So I think that is quite helpful. So, and I lastly went on to the voice creation, and I showed you the aspects of the voice creation and exactly what you can do when you are creating certain voices for your content. So that was basically that was shared. I showed the kind of voices, the examples, and how that you could do the text to speech. And I showed you with ChatGPT how that the dynamics of prompts, and how that you could put certain words in your prompt to enhance the quality and also do that. Then I showed you how that you could create design voices with ChatGPT's influence, with it helping you to edit the text, to create the prompt, to even create the preview text for you to know exactly what is going on. So I think that is quite that for today. So this is a live. Most definitely there would be a live again to now delve into the other remaining aspects, which is now the combination of all those things again in CapCut. I said the last live we had few touches on what exactly CapCut to do, and we just went through the CapCut, the Meter, the Leonardo, the 11 Labs. We didn't even go through Canva, but today I think you'll be able to create a thumbnail on your own with a bit of a design knowledge that you have. You would be able to also manipulate voices well in 11 Labs just today. And next time we're going to be going full swing into CapCut, and how that you could, make your edits look very, very organized and neat. I'm going to be breaking it down into different sessions, and by so doing you will be able to get quality information, and also be able to work on your page yourself. So basically I think that would be that. I think the live is well over, I think it should be well over an hour. I could just confirm that in the window. So it could be well over an hour. Yes, it is. So basically that is that. So thank you very much for watching the live. Again, once again, we would be going through a full swing on CapCut and how to create your content, and you could have a very, very well organized video on your page. You could start out very well and also have quality videos on your page. So I think that's quite important, and that would be that. So it's good to see you on the live today. So this is the live session, how to make YouTube videos by Iguano 360. So basically I think you already know what exactly